Welcome back to the Humble and Fearless Podcast. I'm your host, EMB FLAME. I'm out here with my homie, my friend, my bandmate, Garrett. Garrett, how are you, bro?
I am good, my friend. How
Thanks
are
for
you
coming.
doing?
Good, bro. Thanks for coming back on the podcast.
You're welcome. This is what?
Like the third time.
3 now?
I think
Yeah.
Third time, yeah. So I've had Garrett on here a few times before. Me and Garrett go way back, as you guys have known from the other podcasts. One of the things that we haven't really talked about Garrett is that he really likes knives. As you guys can see
I'm a
right
blade
here.
fanatic.
We're going to be showing knives on the screen right here. You guys can see the different types of knives that he has. Okay, so this one right here. So honestly, I looked at this one earlier, and I was like, bro, this one's a.
That thing's gnarly.
It's like I don't know. It's a killer.
Yeah.
So if I check this out right here, what's it look like? Check that out.
Yeah, that's my Camelus. And it's made out of titanium. Gnarly serrated edge to it. That is my zombie killer machete.
Yeah, this one would definitely.
Like if there was ever a zombie apocalypse, that is going to be one of the number one things on my hip.
No, this one for sure, dude. This one for sure. I like this one. Honestly, when I took this one out, I was like, this one's nice. How much did this run for? Do you remember?
That one, I want to say it was around $40, give or take. Maybe $50.
That's not bad.
Not terribly bad.
That's not bad.
I could be wrong. In reference to that one, this would be my other number one runner that I would probably throw on. This is my survival knife. That's another killer. That's got some gnarly serrated to it and stuff too.
Okay, so wait, hold on. There's like two sections
Yes,
here.
there
So
is.
this one's like a fine tooth.
Yes.
Okay.
You are correct.
And then this one's more like a rough.
Yes. Show that up there to the camera.
So what's the difference there? Like, what would you say is the
So
difference with those
one
different-
is for like it has some of it has to do if you're like shearing animals or fish. It gives you different ways to shear and cut and get different skins off if need be. It's a survival knife.
Okay.
The other thing you have in this thing, this is the other reason why this would be one of my number one knives that I would have on my person at all times if I was like hunting, camping, anywhere outdoors to where there's any possibility of me getting lost.
Yeah.
I can take the bottom off and I've got a built-in compass.
No way.
Yeah.
There's a compass on
There's
the
a
bottom of
built-in
it. So he
compass
just
in it.
unscrewed this from the bottom of the freaking knife.
The
And there's
handle.
a compass.
Now, inside the knife handle
That's crazy.
is my emergency fire starting kit. So I have a little
So I
pack
got
of
matches and
yeah.
stuff. Oh, dude, that's so dope. That's pretty dope.
I got this thing for probably around $20, and I was so glad I got it. I initially got it because I saw the serrades to it and stuff, and it just looked mean, and it looked like it could be very protective if I came across anything. Later, I discovered that I could unscrew it. I was like, oh my gosh! This is even better than I thought!
So if you could choose any of the knives like that, that's like one of your top three, you'd say?
This is one of my top 3 for use.
For use?
Yes.
Okay.
I do have some top favorites. One of them I accidentally forgot. I wanted to bring it. But
Oh,
I totally
yeah, you were
spaced
mentioning that. What does that look like? You said it was about like this size or something like that?
Yeah, let me get this one out. This is one of my... I got this from a Renaissance fair. It's a dual-edged dagger.
Okay, so there's a dual-edged
With
dagger
a
right here.
wooden handle to it, brass guard, and brass... I can't think of what it's called right at that.
The very end of the
end
knife.
of it.
The very end.
That works.
Yeah.
I have the wife got it for me. Tasha Gale, love you, babe. I wish I had brought it.
Nice.
But it looks very, very similar to this. It's a thinner blade to a gnarly, finer point, with a gnarly steel guard, nice, solid plastic rubber grip to it, and then on the bottom it has a gnarly spike on it for like glass breaking, anything. Like it's a gnarly spike. I really like it.
So that's the one that you forgot to bring.
Yes, I wish I had brought it. It's pretty cool.
It's all good.
That's another one of my favorites. This year is probably my all-time favorite though. This is kind of a hunting Bowie knife in a sense.
Oh, let me feel that.
That is
nice.
slick.
I like
that
this.
has got some great weight to it.
This.
It's got great edge. It's a strong metal. Like I like that thing a lot. That is probably one of my favorite fixed knives that I have. I like that one a lot. Great weight, great feel to it. It'll do some damage. I'll be amazed if you don't poke a hole.
I just don't want to tip it over. I just don't want to tip it over. That's why I'm not. Because I know it'll. Oh yeah, it'll cut.
Oh yeah,
It'll go right through the can.
There's some.
So this one right here, it says it's a Survivor knife too, or that's the brand.
Survivor. It's. I think that's the brand.
Okay.
It's Survivor.
USA design.
That's one of my hunting knives. That would be a good hunter. This is my. This is.
Where does this one go here?
Yes, sir. This is a buck, USA made. It's a very nice, well balanced hunting knife.
Let's see this one here.
I love the grip. It's a nice.
So this one is the
solid grip. It's a Buck. Buck is a brand.
Okay.
It's a very good brand. Very nice brand.
This almost reminds me of a little kitchen knife.
Right?
Yeah, almost like a little.
That's why I like it, because it's small and compact, but beefy blade to it. Solid blade to it. That's a good little one. I've got a lot of other things. This one, I have modified some, and I have made it a little bit more dangerous.
Wait, you made it more dangerous?
Yes. I did.
Wait, what? Why are you doing that?
Because that's just...
Because you can?
I can. And if someone wants to do something, they're not going to like what happens. This here is my double hoop grip. Now, watch yourself, because this originally factory made came with a single front edge. I have gone and done some fixing to my back edge. So this has dual edge on it. So do be careful with it, because that back edge is pretty sharp too.
So this one used to just be flat.
Yes.
But now you sharpened it.
I sharpened it.
Wow, dude. Damn, it's sharp too.
Well, thank you.
Damn.
Nice solid plastic case to it. Holstered nicely.
Now we will test how deep it will go into my flesh. Yep.
Do not try this at home.
Warning. This is nice though. You can put your fingers in here. Oh, that's so nice, bro. You could literally. So when you're, you know, the victim.
It's not gonna slip.
It's not gonna slip. It's not slipping. The victim, bro.
You will never lose your knife.
Knuckles. It's like brass knuckle knife shit. Like,
right?
Oh, what's up, bitch? You wanna fight? But it's like you're gonna get sliced at the same time. You know. So
punch slice.
Because look, you can get sliced this way and this way.
And then you can even get jabbed and just cranked in the face by the edge too.
You just gotta be careful not to get yourself.
I know, right?
Because if you extend too far, bro, you're gonna get yourself. Right? You're gonna go You might get yourself.
But you will get dual cutting.
You know what I'm saying?
Like you come back with it and you'll slice up.
Yeah, no, that's a nice one, bro. I like that one.
Thank you.
I like that knife. So I was gonna ask you a question, Garrett.
Let's do it.
So what got you interested into knives? Like what was that got you interested into them? And how old were you when you like got into it?
I was like your pretty typical average. I wouldn't say every guy, but I mean you're pretty average guy. Most of us got our first knife at about 16. That's when I got my first knife.
Yeah.
It was just a simple little, let me see if I have something that's... It was basically, in a sense, something like this. This is a super tiny, it's a fold-out, lock on the back. Cute, bro. Right? It's so
that
cute.
Shit is cute as fuck.
But it, like, this thing
like my daughter could carry that shit.
Absolutely. And this was my actual pocket knife. It would stay in my pocket at all times. And over the years, I started getting ones that would give, like, this year's one of my actual, like, once I got, this was not my actual first one, but this is once I got old enough and actually carried it all the time, basically after high school, because I couldn't always carry my first pocket knife at school.
Yeah.
So I couldn't carry it in my pocket because they'd see that clip hanging out of the pocket, and oh my gosh, you were instantly in trouble. Yeah. Almost expelled, because now you've brought a weapon to school.
Yeah.
So I never took my knives to school. So once I was finally able to, I was basically working on stuff. This was my first ever pocket knife I had gotten. It was a SOG.
Let me see that one.
And
it's a SOG?
Yes. Very nice brand. And it's,
okay, so this is where you started.
Yes.
This is where it started.
That is where
guys.
I started.
Look, check it out. So for the people
and
listening...
It's a great knife.
Yeah, it's a small knife. It's very, very small, but it's a nice little knife.
And that's what I like about it, is it's small, compact. It's nothing hardcore. It's simple.
Yeah.
But
nice and
I was so disappointed because the pocket clip lost a screw to it, and I have not been able to find a replacement. So it doesn't always stay on my pocket.
How do you close this?
It's on the back edge.
Oh.
There's a push button on that back. Push it in.
Oh, shit. Okay, that's one of those.
That is the in the back lock is what I call it. I like those
that. That's cool. That's
very nice.
Is that the only thing that comes out? There's only one thing that comes out?
Yep. Just that knife.
Oh, okay. Okay. It's not like a multi-tool knife?
No.
One of those?
I do carry one of those on me at all times.
Like just in case you like need a screwdriver and shit, or what?
Yep. I always have my multi-tool.
That's so sick, bro. I like that one. That's so sick.
It is nice. It is coming handy.
It's got pliers, bro. Like, that's sick.
Like, I worked...
I like that.
When I've worked for basically 18, 19 years now. Mm-hmm. And when I had left in the end of 2010, almost 2011, one of the jobs after I had left I had gotten onto was working with Apple Valley Pumping. It's a porta potty company.
Yeah, yeah.
And one thing my boss said, I have to have a Leatherman tool because we use it for anything and everything on the job. Mm-hmm. And they basically bought me a Leatherman. I had one, and it was a nice little fold-out, flip-out Gerber, but somehow I ended up losing it like second or third day on the job. No idea whatever happened to it. We thought it just disappeared. I was so bummed. So my boss is like, you know what? I normally don't do this, but take the card, go down to Ace Hardware, find yourself a new Leatherman. It's like, seriously? He's like, yes.
So he's like, get a new knife?
He's like, get yourself a new knife because you're gonna need it.
Nice.
And the fact that you lost it and we don't know if it was on the job or if it was, I'm gonna treat you this one time. I was like,
nice.
Well, thank you. So
that's good. That wasn't nice.
Hella cool.
Because he didn't have to do that, right?
No, he didn't.
He didn't have to do that. You lost it, right?
Yeah.
Because he could have been like, exactly. He could have been like, bro, you gotta go buy your new knife.
Exactly.
Because you
and
lost
that's what I was expecting.
And that
I was totally under that impression.
Like he didn't have to do that, but that was cool of him to be like, hey, just,
so I was like, really? Okay, so I have done everything in my power to hold on to this thing. And, like, my holster had, like, died on me, my original one, and had a hole in it and stuff. I mean, it's been on, so that was, like, 2011, 2012, so it's been... Wow.
It's been a while, huh?
It's been a while.
It's been, like, dang, it's been over 10 years?
Yeah, holy cow.
Damn, that's crazy.
And so, yeah, I
growing.
got this thing, and I love it. It came in handy. I carry it on me at all times.
So it's crazy how every knife has a story.
Oh, yeah.
You think every knife has a story here?
I wouldn't say every knife.
So some of them you just kind of bought and stuff?
Well, I will say there was a lot of impulse buy. I buy some because I'm a knife fan. I'm a knife fanatic. So like I see knives and I'm just like, oh my gosh.
So let me ask you this.
Absolutely.
So what are the qualities that you look for like in a knife? Like what is it that makes you want to buy this one versus not buying it?
Like sometimes if for instance like this guy here, I bought it straight on looks, because it just looked
wait.
really cool.
Dude, this one's sick, dude.
Like, it just looks really, really cool.
Right,
it reminds me of, like, if you were in a galactic space war, and you're this galactic space warrior dude, combat dude, and this is gonna be your gnarly dagger that you're gonna rip out and start shredding aliens apart.
This one's nice. I like it. It definitely does remind. I mean, to me, bro, it reminds me of like some Jurassic Park shit.
Right, that too.
Like just the red, and I don't know. Like, this shit looks like a dinosaur right here. Like,
oh, totally.
I don't know. I like it though. It's nice.
I do too.
I like it. This is very unique. You don't have any other knife that looks like this.
No. I have other unique knives.
Oh yeah, for sure. They're all unique.
Like this here is another great unique one.
Oh, that one, I love that one.
This one I will pull out. Because you said the unique factor, I have to pull this one out because this was a, I can't remember who gave this to me exactly. I got it for a birthday gift, I believe, and this thing has got some very uniqueness. You see just a big round disc basically until you fold out.
This one's fucking dangerous.
Yes.
I'm just gonna say this right now.
It is
I'm
very, very dangerous.
You throw this at somebody, bro, you're gonna fucking hurt them.
Like,
it doesn't matter which side it fucking. Yeah, it doesn't matter
those
what
are
side.
sharp.
Like,
I've cut myself a couple times with that thing.
You literally have to be careful with this, bro. If you hold it the wrong way, there's a blade right here. You hold it over here, there's a blade right there. You hold it over here, there's a blade right there.
There's almost no way to hold it safely.
You have to be
That's
really
the one
with
sucky thing about that thing, but it is.
I feel like this shit's illegal, bro. Should I blur it? You guys can't even let them see it. It's,
right.
It's fucking illegal.
It's dangerous.
Nah, dude, but seriously, that's just like a ninja star. Almost, ninja, almost like a ninja star.
Ninja star.
Literally. But, so, like, when it comes to knives, Garrett,
yes.
Do you
Excuse me.
Do you look for like certain brands? Like, is there brands that you're like loyal to, or do you just go for what you kind of just like?
I do have, like, I've become a fan of SOG. Like, this was one of my other first few knives I had ever gotten. I like this one because it's simple,
it's nice.
Easy open, and it's solid.
Let me see that real quick.
Like, this
solid?
Yes. So, like, some knives you'll find, take a look at that. I'll find one that's a chintzier knife.
This one is solid though.
Yeah. Here we go.
Dude, this is like, dude, this is dope because I've never seen this many knives. I would have to go to like a fucking store to like look at this many knives.
So this here, there's nothing wrong with this knife, but it is a cheaper, like something you'd find at like a gas station, or it's a Tac Force. I mean, there's nothing wrong with Tac Force. They make nice knives.
Like that, or what?
When you're holding it, that's your opener. Put it out just a little bit and then flick it.
Oh, so you put it out a little bit?
Yeah. Because as you're putting it out, you're just going to flick your hand.
Like right there?
Yeah.
Like right there?
Yeah. Because it's basically get that open point, and then, but you're also kind of flicking it at this, flipping it open.
Oh, like that?
Yeah.
I'm bleeding. Alright guys, that's the end of the podcast. Thank you guys so much for watching.
Have a great night. There's been an injury.
Knew this was gonna happen.
So like this one here, when I say like solid, if you sit here and take a knife and you go like this and it gives a lot of flex like this.
Oh, let me see that one real quick. Because compared to this one has like no flex.
Yeah.
It's like really solid. Let me see this one.
If you were going to sit there and try and use that as a pry tool.
Wait, you can't tighten it or nothing either?
No.
Even with these?
You can a little bit, but it's some of it's the way the body's built. It's built with lighter steel.
I see what you're talking about.
Yeah. So like that's where qualities will come from.
Yeah, there's no way to like.
Some of these made in China ones, they look really cool.
This one says China right here, stainless China, stainless China.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can still kill someone with every single one of these knives.
Absolutely, every single one of these are still a weapon. But Like, for instance, this is a really cool looking one. This one has a neat design.
Unless they're zombies. We can kill zombies,
Exactly.
right? You're allowed to.
Absolutely.
Yeah, okay.
Zombies are number one.
But this one right here, though, you're saying that
so, like,
it's different.
I got this one based on looks. I knew for a fact that this was not a
Can I see
great
the blade?
Absolutely. I knew it was not a great quality knife. It was not a high quality knife.
It's okay.
It's nice. It looks really cool. But see, it's got the flex to it. That's where, like, sometimes I will see knives that look really cool, and it's like,
sick,
dude, that's neat.
This is fucking sick.
I gotta get that because that looks cool.
Okay, so
the wifey got me this one as a stocking stuffer because it looks cool. It has a bunch of skulls and stuff on it. I'm a big skull
that one
fan.
is sick.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, let me show the camera this one real quick. This one's really sick. A little design on this one right here.
Like, a lot of them I've gotten because they look cool. A lot of them I've gotten because they're going to be a useful defensive tool.
This one right here I like because, like, it has, like, the 3D. Like, it's like 3D right here. It's so sick. Like, I don't even know how they made this. That's so wild.
Right? It's incredible. Like, for instance, when I say, like, look versus use, like, this is one of my fixed knives. This is my Walther P99, my P99. My pistol knife is what I call it.
Pistol knife?
Pistol knife!
Pew, 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 pew.
Now, I'm not going to get into details, but I experimented in my life with hard and stuff. Not much, but when I did it, there was a trap house that I would go to.
Oh, so you were going to the trap house?
Yes, I was going to the trap house. A trap house is a drug den, a drug house, a place where people will go.
Shout out to the people that know what a trap house is.
Yes. They go and they will hang out and do their drugs. I'm not saying it's a good thing to do, but the people that are there, they're pretty dang cool. But as long as you know them and stuff. But some really crazy, shifty stuff can go down. So I would always have some kind of a fixed blade on me at all times when I went there. Because you never knew what was going to happen. I'm not going to carry a gun with me, but I want to have some kind of protection on me.
Definitely, bro. You don't want to go to one of those places just empty-handed.
It's sketchy. It is super sketchy.
More than just sketchy, dude. It's very, very dangerous. And
I would sport this thing.
So you'd go in there.
This has got a gnarly single edge to a secondary edge to a gnarly serrade. That thing would sit on my side. That was before I got, like, my machete or my other hunting knife. But yeah, I would have that thing on me at all times.
Yo, this one right here, bro, like, dude, you don't stand a chance. This one is solid.
That's gonna do,
what kind of flicks is this gonna fucking make?
Right? That thing's gonna do some serious damage.
This is very solid.
And that is why I went and had that with me at all times.
Yeah, when you go to the trap house,
make sure not encouraging to go to trap houses, but
no,
it happens.
In Garrett's case, you know, he was up. I just cut myself. All right. I'm playing. No, this one's actually very nice. Do you know what it's made out of? What is this?
It is I'm not sure what kind of steel it is. It is a very solid, heavy steel.
I like that titanium one, bro. Can I hear what they sound like together?
Yeah,
like
definitely.
For the podcast listeners.
Check it out.
Since the listeners can't really see this, only the viewers. So
this is a 440 SS.
This is going to be
who knows that is.
440 SS.
Who knows what kind of metal that is?
Stainless steel, right? Props. Stainless steel.
That's what I would think, but I don't believe it is.
This one's titanium?
Yes. Big difference in clank.
Okay.
But it's in that
titanium has that
like solidness to it.
Like
see, not much of a ting to it. Usually when you get this one's denser. It's more of a
this one's denser because like the weight. Not gonna lie, this one's heavier. This one's literally heavier than this one.
Yeah.
Dude,
and have
you done that weight test?
To an extent, not quite that extent,
Try
but now you got me curious.
Yeah, Tell me which one's heavier to you.
Wow.
It's heavier, huh?
Like
the small one's heavier,
heavy.
bro. Wow. Because this one, probably the weight is in the handle, I think, a little bit more.
Oh, it is?
It depends on where you put it in your hand, but, like, I feel like that one's, like, just denser.
Yeah. I mean, that there definitely has some more weight to it and stuff. Wow.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
That's crazy. But this one right here is still sick, though. I like this one right here. It would be like to slice, like we could slice like
that
branches
thing,
down, or like, I don't know. What is this one for?
That is a straight up machete. That is like if you were in the jungle or something, you were gonna go
just
hunting,
cutting branches,
branches cutting down. Some wild boar came at you. You're gonna take the shit out of that thing. You're not letting anything go down without a fight.
Nah, bro, you gotta take the machete with you, bro.
Mm-hmm. That's why I say if there was ever some kind of a zombie apocalypse, you all non-believers out there can believe that there's going to be no zombie apocalypse, but I'm convinced someday, somehow, somewhere, especially with all the weird drugs that are coming around now.
Oh, dude, you're right, though.
There's going to be a zombie apocalypse, I guarantee it.
Bro, damn, Garrett might be right. Damn, bro, you got me over here. Well, I'm over here thinking. Because honestly, like I do believe that could happen, bro. Because why do you think they have all these shows and all these movies preparing us for it? You know?
Right? They don't make these zombie movies just because.
For real, and like the robot movies, RoboCop type shit,
right?
Like, for no reason,
like,
they don't do that shit for no reason.
We have so many things that are electronics and computers and robots.
That's so crazy.
So like, somehow there's gonna end up being a robot zombie apocalypse.
Bro, oh my god, dude, I don't even want that to happen, bro. Don't even say that, bro.
But hey, if need be, I've even got swords.
Well, since you got swords and stuff, bro, I wanted to ask you, like, what are the misconceptions that people have about knives? Like, why do some people think, like, because I know that some people, bro, will look at this and be like, why do you need so many knives? You know, like, what do you think are, like, the common misconceptions that people, like, kind of, like, assume, or, like, you know, their common assumptions about people that have this many fucking knives? Because there's people that will look at you and be like, you're fucking crazy for having this many fucking knives.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying it because I feel like there are people that are like that, you know?
And so, like, I've got a collection of many hobbies, and that's what they are, is collections. So, you are initially a collector. Whether you use that collection or don't use that collection, that's where the big thing comes down to it.
I feel you.
And, like, I'm not, for those non-user collectors that just do it for display, one of those things, I feel like if you're on the road, taking them with you to display them, like, hey, I'm going to go, like, if you collect Star Wars and you have a bunch of Star Wars figures and packages and stuff.
Yeah.
So you go to these Star Wars conventions and different things to display your collection of Star Wars. Yeah, okay. And even though, like, this could sit here and people would say, well, you're never going to have any use for these things. No, I may never not.
Yeah.
I could probably, there could never be any kind of a zombie apocalypse, and I could just die. But if and I just have no use of my collection of knives. But I've contemplated on doing some podcasts and stuff, and I feel there would probably be quite a few people out there that would get very intrigued by the collection of knives I have and be like, oh my gosh, I gotta somehow go see if that guy ever goes to a convention and shows off his knives. That's one of the drawback things. I've never found a convention where I could just go show off my collection. Right. It's a convention where go to sell your knives. Right. You've gone and made a bunch of knives. Okay, cool. Here, sell them at this convention so you can make money for it.
Oh, it's kind of like a stand where you just sell, right? Like
when at the barter fairs, or when the fair comes here to town and different things and stuff.
It's got vendors and stuff selling their stuff.
Got the little vendors. They'll sell.
Well, you're trying to showcase.
Yeah, exactly. I want to showcase it and be like, hey, here, check it out, display it. People can buy. Wow, this is quite a collection. This is really cool.
I feel that.
These are really neat knives.
I mean, that's kind of cool, bro. Honestly, bro, like, That would be a really, really great idea to like do like the exact same thing as the people that do pop-up events like that, where they have vendors and stuff, you know. But you could do something with people like you that want to showcase, and then if you do want to sell something on the side, you can, but you don't have to. Like, it's just an event for people to go to and just kind of like, you know, check things out, you know, just don't get robbed. You're not gonna get robbed. You're not gonna get robbed, right? When you're carrying this. I know, right? You know what I'm saying? So, is this magnetic? What is this? Yeah. So if you got this on you, I don't think you're gonna get robbed. All right, unless
you can try and rob me, but somehow something's gonna happen.
Even if you got a gun, dog. If you got a gun, bro, I'll block your bullets. I'll be like, tap, 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 tap.
Deadpool style.
Straight up, bro. What you talking about? Boom.
This is my. Speaking of zombie apocalypse and attacking and stuff.
Okay, that's the one I really want right there. That's the one I really want right there. So show us how that works. So can you apply? Like, can you put it on so
absolutely,
we can see how it actually works?
So this is my true straight up zombie killer. If the zombie apocalypse were to happen, I would have this in one hand, my machete in the other hand. This thing straps to your forearm. And then you have what I call a joystick grip handle.
That's nice. Dude, that's
you have full-on steel blocking your forearm for any kind of blocks that come at you.
Look at the movement, because like I feel like the pivot, like your joint is the pivot point.
Oh yeah.
So it's like you have so much fucking movement, bro. Like that's like a robotic fucking blade right there.
This is an extension. Bro. This is a full-on extension of your arm.
Literally.
You have going from what I call the pirate curve edge to a secondary drop-in edge to a serrate edge. You have 3 different points of cut to a blocking edge. So anyone attacks you, you're protected and attacking all at the same time. Zombie comes at you, slice,
you're fucking them up,
stab, whatever you have to do. You're fucking the shit out of their face.
Yeah, you're fucking up that zombie no matter what, dude.
It's dangerous stuff.
This one right here, you could probably just like... Honestly, this one would... I mean, because it's not that sharp. You know?
That is more for display.
It's more for display, yeah.
It is. I will straight up be honest with that one. That one is more for display. This guy, though, is not for display.
Boom!
This here... So, Eddie... I apologize, bro. I'm going to bash on you. Eddie forgot to mention.
I did.
And he is very forgetful. And sometimes I have to slap him around because he just cannot remember.
I just do that, bro.
But
fuck, man. You tell them.
Are EDMOGALA.
We are EDMOGALA, though.
We are EDMOGALA.
We are EDMOGALA. That's us.
GBIC. Prodigy.
Check it out. Right there.
Come check us out. We got a lot of entertaining stuff for you. Now, true story. This guy here. And I apologize to Eddie because I forgot to tell you. He might have remembered this, but he didn't. I think when we did the video, he did not recall this. But this is a cool little toy I have here.
Yeah, you didn't tell me it comes out as a bro. I could have. You didn't tell me I could just unscrew it and have a knife like you. You're over here with like this one over here, just like. Was it this one?
Yes, it was.
It was this one. Yeah, it was this one, bro. So, literally, watch. You guys can see the video back
in our song, in our music video called "Uprise." It portrayed this and that, but without this because my bad. I accidentally forgot to tell Eddie. It could turn into a sword.
Into a sword, so I could have had a sword in that video. That would have made the video get at least 2.6 million views. 2.6 million at least.
Damn, my stupidity.
You messed up, bro.
Yeah, because we didn't have the secondary sword. Why do I gotta be like that?
That's what I'm saying, bro.
But yes, this is my battle baton. This is another good weapon that I would have on me if I was going to sit here and go in a zombie fight. Because you can... This is solid steel.
It's like an extendo knife.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Like, you bash somebody in the head with this thing, they're gonna hurt severely bad.
And also, you can like, did you add it onto the other side so it's like an extended knife?
And you can do that too. So if it comes down to it,
look,
you have said knife that you can use for just handheld knife fights.
But if you're a pussy,
and you want some extension,
you don't want to get close.
You don't want to get eaten.
Or if you're smart, depending on how you see it, I don't know.
You got yourself an extended knife.
Extendo knife. What's up? Now you're gonna get, you know what I mean? Like, so we were talking about this earlier. Like, if you're coming in with one of these, dude, and you got somebody coming in with one of these, who do you think is gonna win, dog?
You wanna go? Let's go.
All right, you're like, bro, what are you gonna throw it at him? Like, bro, like, that's like,
dodge.
Now you gotta run.
Block.
Now you gotta run.
Face.
In a zombie apocalypse, I would definitely want the arm one, that you had.
Right.
You know, that one was crazy, bro. In your collection, out of all the knives, do you have one that's like rare, that is hard to find, that you would think that is rare, or do you think all of them are pretty common? Like you could just find them online and everything.
It's not a common knife. I do have this here. Is one of your original switchblade boot knives.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
I like how you just push it and it comes out like that.
Yes.
Do you have any other ones that do that?
I actually have a couple that, well, not quite that extent, but yes, I do have a lot of what they would call, yes, I do have a lot that they would call assisted opening, which is like the blue one we were looking at here.
Oh wow, this one comes out quick.
Yes, some of them come out really quick. I will show you one that I have that the first time I had it, did not realize how fast it came out and almost stuck it into my thigh. This here, another American made, this is my pocket knife buck. Has a neat little locking feature here. So when that's closed, this will not open. Once you unlock it, like that thing flies open. That's pretty cool. Like so I barely touched it.
It's like a gun? Mm-hmm. It's a gun knife?
I barely touched that thing, and that thing just flips open.
Well, you can lock it though?
Yes. So it's...
How do you lock it?
So to lock it, there's a little spot here, and you just flip up.
And
that thing is locked.
It doesn't open up anymore.
It will not open.
Wow.
That thing's stuck there, not open.
Wow.
It's super nice knife.
I've never seen a knife like that. I've never seen one like that.
This is another unique one. When I found this thing, I was super excited about it. I like it a lot, but I don't like it because when it sits, the way it sits with its clip and everything, I have it in my pocket. Sometimes it will get unlocked, and I've had it open like 2 or 3 times on me inside my pocket. And it poked me, and I was trying to figure out where the heck I was getting poked, and then I realized, oh my gosh, my knife opened in my pocket.
I forgot to lock it.
Yeah. And, like, the first time I bought this thing, the spring is kind of worn out a little bit over the years I've had it. But when I first got it, the spring was super springy. And, like, I barely touched it. It flipped open. It flew out of my hand, and it almost landed in my thigh.
No.
Yeah, dude, it was... scary
because
I'm like trying to sit here and catch it,
for real.
And the knife's open, so like I'm freaking out that I'm gonna slice my hand open, and I drop it, and yeah, it was super close. Not one of my smartest moments.
Yeah, you don't want to get sliced by a knife, bro. That shit is
and I've done it. I've got.
Yeah, have you gotten cut by your knives? Have you gotten cut by any of your knives?
Oh yes, guaranteed. I have a butterfly knife here. This is my butterfly knife.
Yeah, that one's sick. Oh, dude, be careful, dog. Don't cut yourself, please. Okay. That's dangerous. Holy shit, dog. Now, you did that with a knife?
Yes, I did.
Holy
Now, the first time I bought this thing,
don't try this at home, kids. Don't try this at home, kids.
With these, you have your latch thing, and you have your no latch. No latch is your safe handle. Latch is your bite handle, is what they call it. Bite handle is the blade edge. My mistake, because one of my first couple butterfly knives always had the lock on the safe hand. So I didn't think of it. I just grabbed it and opened it, and I accidentally opened it with the wrong handle. And when I got it flipped open like this, it came around, or I was flipping it closed, and I didn't spin it right, and it flipped around and it slammed right into my knuckles. And it cut decently deep. Like, I didn't have to get stitches or anything. But
wait, were you going like full speed though?
Oh, yes. Like, because I just like that.
Don't do it right now.
No, I had the right hand.
Oh.
But, like, when it comes around, like, there's a brief point when it comes around that this is the back side, this is my safe side.
So if you're on the wrong side.
Exactly. Because it will, in doing your spin arounds, it comes and bounces on the back like that. But you're hitting the back of the blade. So at no point it ever hits you. I grabbed the wrong end and it came around because I didn't realize, and that thing just right into my knuckles. And it's hard to see because it's right in the, like, lines of my knuckles. But I have, like, these 2 scars that just go right straight across my knuckles. And that thing dug deep. Luckily, I didn't have to get stitches or anything.
Dude, you got lucky.
Oh, man, I cut myself good. Like, it was really
good thing you weren't going, like, extra hard. We're just, like...
Right?
To the point where you
I thought of that, too. I was like, holy crap, dude. I could have been so much worse.
You know, yeah. If you would have went hard on that and just would have went...
Was not one of my sharpest moments.
Oh my goodness.
Actually, it was one of my sharpest moments because it went right into my fingers.
Alright, so do you have any, like, I don't know, I mean, you don't really use every knife every day, you know, so,
no.
But is there any, like, carrying techniques or carrying things, like things to, like maintenance-wise, is there anything that applies to knives? Do you have to maintain them? Do you have to care for them and stuff? Are they like guns? You know,
not as bad as guns.
No,
with guns, you really, and I mean, even overuse of any kind of weapon, you want to keep it maintained and stuff, keep it cleaned.
Yeah.
Like for some reason, with my brass to the leather, it does this weird green corrosion to my brass. And sometimes can sit there and rust your blades, something with the leather. So sometimes I have to sit there and sand out some rust spots or different things, oil it up, clean it up. With average everyday use of a knife, you're gonna sit there and wear down the sharp edge.
If you use it every day.
Yeah. Depending,
it's like a pair of shoes. It's like a pair of shoes.
Exactly.
Right? How long are they gonna last?
Exactly.
You know.
I have I don't know where he is. Actually, no. This is actually a good. This was handed down to me. This is an inheritance from my uncle who had passed away.
Rest in peace to your uncle, brother.
Yes, rest in peace, Uncle Randy. I love you. This was given to me. This thing is an original, like, buck knife, folding buck knife.
That's nice. That looks classic.
Like, this is one of the very original.
That looks like it has fucking. That looks like it has fucking memories used.
It does.
Like it's been used.
This has been heavily used. Absolutely. Now, one point I'm getting to, like, if you look at the tip here, the tip is gone. He went and had to grind that down and reshape that to make it a better tip because his tip broke off from trying to use it. A lot of people will sit there and use their knife as a pry tool. And guarantee he was using it as a pry tool. I've had it happen on some of mine and I snapped the tip off of it. And that's where you just go and do like what he did and you file it, sand it, grind it down, and make it better.
Yeah, like, and this is one of those other solid ones too.
That thing
like this one's pretty fucking solid. Yeah,
that thing is not budging. That's a good knife right there.
And I didn't show you guys this part, but you guys gotta see this part right here.
Yeah, my uncle had put some engravings on there. It says Nicholas, and I believe
Nicholas. Yeah, right here.
I can't remember what the other one says off the top of my head.
Nicholas and THP.
I think that had something to do with. I can't remember what that was.
Oh, that's crazy.
If I still had the case for that thing, I'd probably carry that thing on me more often. But I don't know if it ever had a case. I haven't been able to find a case that works nicely for it.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I've always keep that thing close.
That's nice, bro. So, not every knife has a story, but there are knives that do have a story.
Oh, yes.
When you look at a knife, bro, can you tell me what it like brings to your mind when you look at a certain one? Because with that one, you kind of shared a deep one.
Mm-hmm.
That one was definitely one that we felt. I felt that, bro. Is there any other ones that you have bought?
There are, like, my big sword.
Yeah.
And my 2 daggers here.
Mm-hmm.
I like this dagger. This is
So were all these part of like the same experience?
Yes.
Okay.
These I went to my first Renaissance fair.
Renaissance fair.
A Renaissance
what
fair
is that? I don't know what that is. You gotta explain it to me.
A Renaissance fair is really cool. It's really fun. It can be very awkward if you aren't aware of what's going on.
Okay.
Because they will talk to you very differently. A Renaissance fair is a fair that is based back in the medieval times.
Oh, you're talking about the fools that do the fucking like what is it? The thing that they do like the
LARPing.
LARPing, yeah. Is it like one of those things?
Kind of, yes, but this gets more hardcore because when they in a sense, but with the LARPing you'll have
actual knives and you each other.
Oh yeah.
Wait, what?
To an extent. Like, they will actually that's where some of the swords come from. So let me show you this. The LARPing sometimes will base off of many different types of characters. You could get a space character, you could get an army character, you could get a medieval character, you could get some crazy anime girl. Who knows what you're going to get with the LARPing, because that's whatever that person's got for their imagination. Renaissance fair is straight medieval, pretty much. Oh. You will have swords, knives, daggers, people in full suits of armor.
Medieval vibes, okay.
Yes. Hello, my lord. How can I serve you today? You will have people talking like that all the time. Like, dang. You walk, if you're, like, I didn't get in trouble, but, like, they play their characters so crazy. I was sitting here, like, I gotta give a shout out to my friend Kyle Prothero. He took me to my first Renaissance fair, and that's where I had gotten these things. It was the coolest experience I had. I take that back. I had this one, but I'd gotten my 2 other ones.
Yeah.
And I was there with him, and we're walking around. I hadn't gotten these yet, and we were talking about what I wanted to get while I was at the Renaissance fair, and I was trying to describe them. I wanted to get a sword. And I'm like, so this is what I'm thinking of. I want a sword, a nice, I don't want like a big giant broadsword, but I want a nice sword that would be longer than this, but like a good, so I can still one-hand handle it and everything.
Okay, I see.
I'm describing this to him, and I have my thing out, and as we're just walking down the trail, I have my knife out, and I'm describing this, and 2 guys from the fair come walking by, and they all of a sudden start cowering. Straight up, and they're like, "Oh, please, my lord, I mean you no harm."
That's the wildest shit I've ever fucking heard of.
It just blew my mind. I'm like, holy crap, did I just sit here and violate some kind of crazy rule? And my buddy Kyle's like, oh no,
bro, you're the ruler, dog. You're the ruler. Like,
right?
What are you talking about?
And he's like, no, bro, it's because you have your knife out.
Yeah,
they think
you're superior. Like, you're superior.
Well, no, it was more like because I was being aggressive, or like I was being dangerous. Like I was a threat.
Oh, so they're just like, fuck, we're done.
So they're like, no, please, my liege, or something like that. And they're talking in all this, like, medieval talk, and I'm just like, oh crap, did I just start like some kind of medieval war or something? But I gotta give them props, because it was the coolest experience. Like, you'll see people, like, there's guys in full suits of armor, and they'll get in battles with straight up real swords and real daggers, and they're like banging the crap out of each other and stuff. And I mean, yeah, their swords are dulled too. Like, they've got a slight edge to it, but enough to where it's not gonna like damage them.
Oh, so nobody gets killed?
No, not at all.
Okay.
They might get some bruises and stuff. Yeah, they might get some bruises, and they know they'll get some bruises, but yeah, it's pretty cool. They act out all kinds of crazy stuff.
So, So is this like just mainly a male event? Is there females?
No, there's females.
Okay, so what do the females act like? Are they like? Because you know how males are like knights or like some weird shit. What are the females? What do they do?
You'll have the peasant girls that'll run around and stuff and bringing you just food and different things like that.
Oh, so
but then you also have like princesses and queens and maidens and stuff that they're running around like their chests are all boosted up in their big old corsets and stuff.
Wait, you're talking about they got big tits?
Oh my gosh, dude! Like
they got big tits.
Oh yeah,
you're talking
like,
about big. Oh,
half of it's because of their corset. They'll wear.
Okay, so that's why these dudes are over here around. Around these women, and honestly,
it's medieval times, and but it's neat stuff. They have like great food there. They have great entertainment, music, fighting. You'll find all kinds of like. Weaponry and clothing and different all kinds of stuff.
Bro, if it was in the fucking you said what time was it? You said what year was it? What would you say? Medieval times. You said what year would that be? Like 500 BC or before like BC? You know, before Christ or like.
I know what you're talking. I'm not quite sure.
Right, like what year would it be, bro? Would it be like? Negative 2015, like negative fucking.
Are we gonna have to like Google this crap and find out what year was the medieval times?
Imagine 2023 BC. Damn, bro, what the fuck? Is there even a 2023 BC? How far does it go? I don't know nothing about this stuff, and honestly, I don't even know how anybody knows about this stuff because how would you really like? Be able to keep this information this long? Like, who's telling you? You know what I mean? Like,
from the 5th to the late 15th centuries. So from like.
What does that mean?
So from like the 1500s.
Are you sure?
So yeah, cause like we're in the 20th centuries.
Yeah, we're in the 20th century.
So that'd be like 1500s.
21st or 20th century?
We're still in the 20th centuries. Yeah, we're in the 21st. We're in the 21st century. Yeah, but you could like until we get like to the 30s, you could sit there and say we're in the 20th. We're in the 20th century.
Oh, I feel you. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that makes sense.
That's where you do it the plural factor. And like we're in the 20th centuries.
Yeah,
so like,
you're right. We're in that until we get to the 2030.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And then you hit the 30 and we'd be in the
2030 when we have flying cars. Garrett, would you ever buy a flying car, bro? Let's say like, okay, so you know how right now like inflation's gone up like tremendously and like everything costs a lot more than it used to cost. What if like eventually, you know, in the future, like something crazy happens, blah blah blah, they're gonna fucking convince us that it's going to be better to be flying cars and doing all this stuff and going to space and doing all this stuff. What do you think about that? Would you do that? Would you opt in? If it's like the way everyone's doing it, it's cheaper now, you're paying less, but you're giving in to like...
I don't like giving into everything. I mean, and like... Unless I really truly have to, like, I'm not against it. But I just,
exactly.
It's like
it's survival game out here, bro.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's one of those factors. Like, if I can get away, and like, if it was something that's gonna sit here and really make it so I can't make a living because, like, I have to sit here and put a huge amount of money into whatever I have to do to take care of myself because of this flying car or...
Yeah, I feel you.
Paperless butt wipe or whatever. Whatever it happens to be, like, because these are the new trends and stuff. Like, if it comes to it to where that's what I have to do, that's kind of the direction that I go as. I mean, if I don't have to sit here and spend an arm and a leg to sit here and make a living, then I'm going to do that. But if it comes down to it where that's what it is, then I guess that's what it is.
That's what it is. We have like at least 350 knives here. If I'm not mistaken.
Minus 300.
How many is there? How many did we say there was?
I want to say if we count all of the throwing knives individually, it would be 57.
57 knives.
And I want to say I've probably got like 60 plus total.
All right, guys. So thank you guys for listening to this podcast. Right now I got my guest, Garrett Right now we're talking about his knives. So he has a lot of knives. Check these out. Check these out. A lot of knives. Honestly, to be honest with you guys, I don't even own a single knife. This was pretty sick. I feel like I'm a fucking robot when I wear this shit. If you guys don't know, you guys can check us out on YouTube, EDMOGALA. Garrett and I have music that we put out. So there's another thing. If you guys didn't know this thing about me, EMB FLAME is not just a rapper. He's not just a little singer. You know what I mean? Like, I do a lot of stuff when it comes to this music stuff. So I'll be rapping, I'll be singing, I'll be making music with Garrett, I'll be playing keyboard, I'll be doing, you know, pretty much producing. And if you guys want to check us out, just check us out on the EDMOGALA YouTube channel. And you guys can check us out right here with Garrett. Garrett, me and you, obviously I was talking about EDMOGALA right now.
Nice.
And what do you think is the difference between EDMOGALA versus a typical mainstream band?
Messages that we put into our music.
Yeah.
I was actually talking with my mom yesterday, and I was able to get her best friend and her husband into us.
Yeah.
Because,
oh, really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
My parents have been big fans of us for a while. They heavily support us and stuff. My dad always watches everything that we have.
Everybody else.
And
shout out to your dad.
heck yeah, shout out to Dave LaValle. And I love them. They've been very supportive of it.
That's good.
And that was one thing my mom was talking to her friend Jill about was, you know, even though it may not be quite the music that I listen to,
yeah,
I really like the messages that they put out there and the messages that they talk about. They have real messages. Yeah, they may have some hidden messages, but the true message that is in the song and stuff is very strong, very powerful. A lot of times I was like, well, thanks, cool. Mom. That's really cool.
Yeah, we actually do try to focus on that.
Do.
We don't just make a song for nothing, you know?
And I will say we have done that.
We have though, yeah.
I mean,
like which
we've
ones
done, like, we have, I'll be straight up, In the Zone. We have a song called In the Zone. That is straight up about cracking open a beer, and it's not about getting trashed and getting hammered out of your mind. It's about getting that little bit of inspiration.
That one's old. That was like years ago too.
But I mean, it's a good message.
But I feel
it is a good point.
Yep.
Like, you're not, we're not doing it to, and that's like why we do our messages. Some of them, may be straight up.
Makes sense.
Like that one is straight up about drinking beer. But it's not about getting trashed and hammered out of our minds.
Right.
It's about, hey, let's take a quick hit. Let's crack open a beer. Let's get in. Let's let our minds chill and get into a good zone where we can just sit here and make some really cool stuff.
Yeah, bro. And speaking about getting in our zone, bro, I really do feel like when we get in our zone, you know when it happens.
Absolutely.
You just like automatically, bro. I feel like our minds just like click, and then we're just like in there like creating a melody, putting down a drum beat. You know,
it is.
Like just,
and it's not getting drunk because we can also. I can tell when we've been drinking a little too much.
Yeah.
And our stuff starts getting sloppy.
Yeah.
Or we lose track of things. Just depends on what we're doing. But I mean, you can definitely tell that difference of just getting in that zone to, dude, I've had way too many.
No, dude. That's why when it comes to making music, bro, like, you gotta approach it slow, bro. You gotta take your time with it, bro. Yeah, you gotta take your time, keep that pace. Don't do anything crazy. Don't shotgun a beer before you're gonna record your verse. You know, like, don't do some dumb shit like that, bro. And we've never done that.
No,
we've never done that.
That's the thing. Like,
you know, like,
yes, I will say, a lot of people have that mindset that a musician's life is about partying.
I mean,
and
that's what they portray.
I say exactly.
A lot of them portray that,
I mean,
but they portray it.
They
though.
do.
You know, like
but there are a lot of bands out there that did party.
No,
hard.
that is no. You're right.
There's a lot. Like I have some
did do that. Yeah.
Oh yes, I have some favorite bands of mine that back in the '90s that I was in love with, and find out like.
That's what
5 years ago that they were hardcore druggies the whole time. Yeah. It's like, holy cow.
You would have never thought when you were younger.
Exactly. And I can't, like, hate them for what they did.
Nah, bro. Everybody goes through shit.
Yeah, everybody goes through shit.
And also because, like, at the position that they are, why not? Exactly. You know, like,
they have the money.
They're up there. They have the money. They're like, dude, let's... Yeah. And then imagine the music they created with that shit. Right. You don't even know.
Like, I mean, who knows if the stuff that they made when they were sober would have been better. I mean, and that's what I will say at times.
You have to have both sides in there. Yo.
Things that I've gone through and created when I was sober, and I listened to it while I was sober, and I was like, dude, what the fuck were you doing?
Oh my God, no
I'm sorry.
No way.
And it's
you're
like,
really saying that, bro?
Yes, because...
Damn, that's
and,
crazy.
like... Because when I would listen to it, it's like I had gotten lost in what I was trying to do. Like, I was forcing it.
You were forcing it out.
Yes.
I feel you on that. I feel you on that.
Like, I've been there.
I've been there.
When I do my music, when I get in that zone, I'm not doing it to get hammered out of my mind, to get all trashed.
No.
It's not a party.
It's bro.
I'm not doing it to party. I'm doing it to get in that mood, to get... Like, if I've had a bad day or something, I'm not gonna... Yeah, music is one of my outlets. But, to be able to crack open that beer, maybe smoke that bowl, and take a hit or two, and chill out.
I feel you.
And get into the zone to where I'm not gonna want to beat the crap out of my guitar. I'm gonna want to play my guitar.
Yeah.
Because I'm so frustrated.
Yeah.
That's what it's about for me. It gets me in that zone to where I'm like, okay, I want to do this. Not because I want to beat the shit out of it and I'm so frustrated for the day, because this is going to get me my outlet to get all that frustration out. Absolutely. I can do it in my music, not on my instrument.
Absolutely, bro.
Because I guarantee you're sitting here playing on your keyboard and you've had a frustrating day, you just want to... No,
I don't get to that point, not gonna lie, I don't get to that point.
Exactly, because you probably sit there and you maybe crack open that beer or smoke that bowl before you're going to go beat the shit out of your... piano.
Well, no, like I don't like honestly, bro. Like myself, to be honest, I'm not aggressive. I'm not the aggressive type. Yeah. I'm only aggressive when I get provoked to get to that you know. If something provokes that aggression out of me, then that's something, you know, that's different. But like me, like I'm not the type to like be aggressive. Like, and if I have a stressful day, bro, I come home and like. I'm just like, you know, I'm chilling. I'm just kind of like thinking about, okay, the day and stuff. Okay, whatever. And then I just shut it off. I'm like, whatever. All right, let me work on my stuff.
Oh, totally.
And then, bro, I'm in a whole different world, bro. Like, I'm in a whole different, like, you know, a whole different atmosphere where it's like, I don't even fucking care what happened at work during the day, bro. Like, that shit's gone. That shit's over with. I don't care. I don't give a fuck about what happened at work. Right. I'm over here in my own atmosphere.
That's why
I'm trying to create my own vibes,
so
bro. Yeah, exactly. Getting in your
I don't
zone,
want to be that person that's going to beat the crap out of
no, bro. Like, what I've learned about, like, getting mad and shit, just in general, like, getting mad at anything, bro. Like, you're literally only beating up yourself, bro. You're beating yourself up. You're, like, getting mad at yourself, like, bro, because this happened, bro. Like, what the fuck? Like, why is this fuck, dude? Like, the traffic jam is fucking pissing me off right now, you know, type of shit. Like, but, bro, you're only getting mad at yourself, bro. Like, you can't control that. What the fuck you can't control, you have to just let it fucking be, bro.
Oh. Got myself a few different sets of throwing knives. These things are pretty neat. I have actually done some throwing with them, too. Not a ton, because at my place I don't fully trust throwing them, because I have a giant concrete wall that I would throw them towards, and I'm afraid if I miss the target, I'm going to throw it right into a concrete wall and then ruin my knives. So I have not actually done much at my place of living now, but I have used these for throwing. A good friend of mine, Marshall Anderson, holler out to you, my brother. He had a friend's house that had a nice big open backyard with a bunch of just old wooden logs and different things, and one day we got to go over there and test out my throwing knives. My little mini guy. And anyone who says throwing a knife is easy, no, it is not. Like, I figured just having to go was all you'd have to do. There is technique to it. There is lots of technique. We're talking about my throwing knives. I've got like 3 different. Yes, I've got like 3 different types of throwing knives.
Throw them like.
Yes, like an actual like throwing knife. Throw it into a log or a target or something.
Damn, that's crazy.
I've got like several different types. They're pretty nice. They are, as I was just now telling the crowd, there are techniques to throwing these things. I figured that it would just be like, hey, you just gotta throw it like you would throw a baseball. No, there's definitely techniques to throwing a throwing knife accurately to get it to actually stick in.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. Some, depending on weight factor, like, some people will throw a blade first. Others will throw a handle first. Depending on how fast you throw and how hard you flick at the end will determine how much spin you're going to get it and whether you're going to actually get it to stick into something or whether it's either going to bink off, hit the handle. Like, in an hour and a half of throwing these things, it worked the living crap out of my arm. And I learned it is very difficult just to throw a knife into a chunk of wood and get it to stick. I've
done that.
I want to say probably out of...
Shot right now on the door.
If you can get it to stick, hell
Ready?
yeah.
Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Yeah,
No.
you're right. There is technique involved.
There is definitely technique.
I can confirm right now, there is definitely technique involved. I fucked up.
It's tough.
Yeah, it is.
It's tough.
We'll pick that up right after the show.
I could not guarantee that I would do any better.
That's crazy though, bro. I didn't know there was technique when it came to knives like that.
I thought the same thing. Like, I went over to my buddy's house and I'm like, dude, I got throwing knives. Check this out. I got this. Goes flying off. I lost, like, I have a set. This set right here. He actually gave me this one because I had lost one of these. This came as a set of 3 like this.
Wow.
Yeah, they're pretty nice. I really like these.
Throwing knives.
Mm-hmm. And I really liked them. They were really nice.
Can they still show up there?
Absolutely.
Oh, you can still kill somebody with those?
Oh, yeah.
Not that anybody here would ever do that.
Right. No, never. Not at all. So, like, as we were playing and stuff, I threw one of these and I lost it. Like, it went somewhere into the log pile. Like, we looked for a good... After we were done throwing and stuff, we looked for like a good half hour, 45 minutes, and could not find that thing anywhere. What? And I was so bummed, and he felt so bad, even though I was the one that threw it and everything. I was the one that lost it. He felt so bad, so I was like, here, bro. I have this. You can have it.
Damn.
I was like, seriously?
You gave it
to you lost your other one. I'm like, so? And it was like a long time later, because he had seen that he's like, what happened to your, why is there a third spot here? I'm like, yeah, I lost that when I was throwing my knives at my buddy's house. He's like, wait a minute, how'd you lose a knife just from throwing it? I'm like, dude, it was weird. I threw it and it bounced off the wood and went into the wood pile somewhere and it just disappeared.
Nobody fucking knew where it went.
He's like, holy shit, bro, that's crazy.
Damn, bro, that's crazy.
So he goes into his bedroom and he comes walking out. He's like, here, bro. You've been an awesome bro to me numerous times, so here, I'm going to give you this.
For free.
Thank you, Johnny Tice.
That's sick. That's awesome. Well, you have a bunch of knives here.
I do. I could lay on this and damage myself.
Oh yeah, you don't want to do that. You don't want to do that.
Like, I'm a big fan of sheath knives. Like, this is it's a Winchester rifle. No, I'm sorry, it's not. This is my
Winchester knife.
Winchester knife.
Whoa! Let me see this one. I haven't held
burly.
this one. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that's sharp. Should I cut myself?
Careful. Now, this is a knife,
Oh,
I will say,
myself.
it is not a bad knife, but it is not a strong knife. I found this out. If you look along the blade edge, you will see a tiny ding in it. I have fixed that ding, but it was way worse. If you look along the blade edge, you will find it.
Right there.
Yep. I have this computer chair that has rubber armrests. I've kind of beat the living crap out of my armrests.
Why?
With
this?
No. Well, yes. Like, I sat there, in the armrest there is a metal bar that goes through this armrest. And so, it was some pretty decently thick rubber. And I went, and I could usually sit there and test my knives out to see how well they would chop and stuff. And cut into the rubber. I took said knife, and I whacked into armrest, and it whacked so far down, it went into the metal arm,
shit.
and it dented my blade.
No way.
And that's when I realized...
On a chair?
Yeah.
Oh.
Now...
Is that blade weak then, or what?
It's not weak per se, but yes, it is.
It'll still fuck
not
you up,
one.
though.
Oh, yeah. It will still fuck you up massively.
So
but
try him.
It is one of those factors, and like I've learned a lot of this because I've been watching a show called Forged in Fire.
Yeah.
Great show. These people make their own knives and then they have to go and test them.
Yeah.
Or they get tested by the judges in these multiple tests of like cutting through metal, cutting through rope, cutting through straps, different things, bone.
Okay.
So
cutting through a bunch of stuff.
Yes, and these players, they make their knives. So, for instance, they would have made a knife like this, and when the judge went and hit and got that ding in it like that, they would sit there and point at it and be like, so, you've got a great looking knife here, but not the strongest thing in the world, because when I hit this steel bucket, it put a ding in your knife. Or sometimes I call them glints if they're small.
Okay, I see.
So that kind of shows the workmanship of some knives. This was not an expensive knife. I probably spent like $15 to $20 on this thing. It was clearance from like $40. So I mean,
that's not bad.
No, not at all.
That's a good price.
I mean, it's still definitely sharp, damaging
dude, that's
knife.
a good knife. It's for the price. Dude,
oh yeah. There's a chance, like, if I were to sit there and, like, hack at an arm or something and I hit the bone, it might do a little bit of damage.
Go ahead and hack my bone real quick and see for the viewers so they can see how deep it goes.
See if it does any damage, the bone does any damage to the blade.
Imagine.
Damn, bro, you got a strong bone right there.
We broke the blade in half. We have broke the blade in half.
That's why I've kind of been watching Forged in Fire, because it tells me about some blades that I've gotten, and blades, like, if there were a zombie apocalypse, it's like, okay, I could use this, but there's that chance if I were to sit here and whack the zombie and missed him and I hit a brick wall or something, my blade's probably going to shatter.
Yeah, true.
Whereas, like, with my machete, it'd probably just put what they call a glint in it. It's just a denting of the metal in a sense.
I feel that.
So I mean, it's different brands. Like Gerber is a very good Camelus, Gerber, SOG, one of my first brands. They're very, very good brands. This is I got this from my in-laws. This is my heavy duty sheath Gerber. This thing's pretty solid too. My Night Stalker murder weapon.
All I know, guys, is that this one right here.
Fucking with you.
If I have this one on me, nobody's fucking with me. No zombie, because obviously zombies can't like have guns. You know, they're stupid. Zombies are too stupid to have guns. So if I have this on me, I would definitely make it far. I just want to give a big shout out to Garrett. Thank you so much for being with me on this episode of the Humble and Fearless podcast. Thank you so much for sharing your knives with me. And is there any last message you want to share with the fans? so they can.
Don't forget to go check out EDMOGALA, like and subscribe. You'll find some good comedy stuff on there. Good comedy skits, good music. If you've ever heard of the band Linkin Park, we're nothing like that.
No. Peace out, guys. We love you.
Have a great night.
Good night.
Have a great week. Have a great day. Have a great life.
We out. Shit. God damn it. Stop it.
Is it recording
Stop
again?
it. It's still recording, bro.
What the fuck?
All right, we out.